You walk into the room, and your cat looks up. You think they see you, but they don't, not the way you think. The face you've worn for years isn't what your cat remembers about you. And what they do remember is going to change how you see them tonight. Welcome back to 9 Lives Watching. Subscribe before you leave, because what you're about to learn is happening with the cat in your life right now, completely invisible to you. It will change the way you see every cat in your life forever. Open the notebook. A 2013 study by Saito at the University of Tokyo proved that cats cannot reliably distinguish their owner's face from a stranger's, but they recognize their owner's voice instantly. The face is not how cats know us. So how do they? Your voice is the first thing they file away. Saito's work played recordings of owners and strangers calling the same cat's name. Strangers got almost nothing. Ears stayed flat. Bodies stayed still. But when the owner's voice came through, ears rotated, pupils shifted, heads turned. Every time. The cat knew. It just chose its own moment to respond. And here's the part that gets me. Some research suggests that vocal recognition holds for years after a long separation. Not months, years. Your specific pitch, your cadence, the way your voice rises slightly at the end of a question. All of it has been filed away. Permanently. Your cat doesn't need to see you. She needs to hear you. But the voice is only the beginning. Deeper than sound is scent. John Bradshaw at the University of Bristol identifies scent as the primary identification mechanism in domestic cats. Your cat has roughly 80 million olfactory receptors. You have 5 million. What she's doing every time she presses her face into your arm isn't only affection, it's confirmation. She's reading your specific chemical signature, your skin chemistry, the detergent on your shirt, what you ate for lunch. She has memorized all of it, not as a vague impression of you, but as a precise biological fingerprint that no other person on Earth shares. You smell like you, and she knows exactly what that means. She also knows you're coming before you get there. Feline auditory processing can detect gait patterns through a closed door at up to 30 feet. The specific weight of your footsteps, the rhythm of your stride, the slight hesitation before you reach the bottom stair. She's catalogued all of it. Picture this. You come home from work, key already out. Before you've touched the lock, your cat is already positioned at the door. That's not a coincidence. That's not psychic. That's your gait, memorized down to its cadence, playing back against the pattern she's been refining since the first week you lived together. You have a sound signature. She owns a copy. Your schedule is filed in there too. Researcher Sharon Crowell Davis documented what she called circadian co-regulation, the way a cat's activity patterns physically shift to align with their primary human sleep and wake cycle, often within weeks of cohabitation. Your cat didn't just adapt to your routine. She rewrote her internal clock to match yours. This is why she's already awake when your alarm goes off. Why she's sitting by the bowl at the exact minute you typically get home. She isn't hungry at 5:47 in the evening by accident. She has been tracking you. Your daily rhythm is embedded in her biology now. This is the one most owners never notice. It is also the one your cat watches most carefully. Kristen Vitale's 2019 research on feline social referencing showed that cats actively monitor their owner's emotional baseline and calibrate their own behavior around it. Not occasionally, constantly. When you come home tense, cortisol already shifting the chemistry of your sweat, she detects it before you've said a word. When you're low, quieter than usual, moving differently through the house, she clocks the deviation within hours. You think she's being distant on those days. She isn't being distant. She's reading you. She's adjusting. The version of you she stores isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's the whole picture. Deeper still is the acoustic map she's built of your life inside these walls. Your keys dropping into a bowl by the door. The particular creak of your chair at the desk. The fridge opening at the same hour every evening. These are not background noise to her. They are data. They make up the sound signature of safety. The acoustic fingerprint of her person is home, and things are stable. And when those sounds disappear, she registers the absence. Anyone who has travelled and come back to a cat acting slightly off for a day, That's what you're witnessing. The map was interrupted. The familiar sounds were gone. She was tracking them the entire time. And then there's the last one. The one that takes a moment to land. Crowell Davis documents what behaviorists call tactile imprinting, the way a primary caregiver's specific touch gets encoded into long-term memory as a unique signature. The angle of your fingers when you scratch behind her ears, the speed of your stroke along her spine, the exact spot you always start. No other person touches her quite that way. And your cat knows that. She has always known that. This is why some cats will allow a familiar touch from a stranger for a few seconds, then pull away. They aren't being difficult, they're comparing. Your touch is the standard. Everything else falls short of what they already have stored. Your cat does not know your face. They know your voice, your scent, your footsteps, your schedule, your moods, your sounds, the weight of your hand. They have memorized you on 7 different channels at once. The face was never the way in. You have been seen far more completely than you thought. Tonight, try this. Walk to a different room, out of sight. Say their name once, in your normal voice. Listen. Most cats will respond within 5 seconds, not by coming to you, but by a small movement you can hear, an ear flick, a shift on the bed. That is your voice, filed away. That is item 1. Did you know? A 2019 study at the University of Tokyo found that cats recognize their owner's voice with the same neural intensity that dogs recognize their owner's face. The species evolved different identification systems. Dogs read faces. Cats read everything else. The cat in your life isn't paying less attention than a dog. They are paying attention to all the things a dog ignores. We all love our cats and would do anything for them. But which of these 7 memories surprised you the most? The voice? The scent? The hand? Tell me in the comments. Next week, we open the next case file on the feral mind. Subscribe so you don't miss it.